Hi, today's lessons we will look at statistic 2, expectation and variance of AX plus B. So X is a random variable and A and B are constants. So what do we need to find is E of AX plus or minus B, which is the mean. Okay, according to this simple formula here, the A can be just taken out and plus minus B written at the back. But for variance of AX plus or minus B, so what do we see from the formula here is we just have to take out the A and then we square it. Okay. At the same time, plus and minus B, we ignore it. And why is that so? Okay, the note. Adding or subtracting a constant to X does not affect the spread of values. Since the variance is talking about the spread, so it is not affected by adding or subtracting a constant. Okay, so that is the why we can just ignore the plus and minus B. Okay, let's see example 1. Now, if E of X is 4, the mean of variable X is 4 and variance of X is 0.5. Now we are going to find E of Y and variance of Y, given that Y equals to 2X. Okay, so first we try to find E of Y. And we know that E of Y is 2X. All right, so refer to the first formula for the mean. When you have a constant to the variable X, you can just write it down at the side like this. And we know E of X given 4. Hence, E of Y is 8. All right. Now we try to find variance of Y, which is variance of 2X. And according to the simple formula above, the constant 2 just have to take out and square it. And then the variance of X. 2 squared is going to be a 4. And variance of X is given as 0.5. Then we found the variance of Y, which is 2. Okay. Right, now we look at the second example. So if I'm going to find out the mean of Y, when the mean of Y is equals to 3x plus 5. So again, refer to the formula. The constant with X can be taken out. And then the constant plus 5 just stays. Okay, with the mean of X given, then we will be able to calculate out the mean of Y. All right, 17. So now we try to find variance of Y. Again, now the Y is equals to 3x plus 5. So according to the formula, the constant with X will be taken out and squared. And the constant plus 5 will be ignored. Okay, 3 squared is 9. And variance of X again given as 0.5. 4.5. All right. Now we try to calculate the part 3. So mean of Y is 4 minus X. The mean of 4 minus X. So refer to the formula, the constant just stay. And then the constant next to the X is a negative 1. So we will write down the negative and multiply with e of x. And e of x is given as 4. So it's going to be 0. Okay, then we try to find out the variance of y. So same thing for variance, the constant can be ignored, and then the negative 1 next to x will be taken out and squared. Okay, so it's basically the variance of x and 0.5. Okay, so be reminded, because of the variance will always be positive values. Okay, so now we look at the next example. Okay, have a look of example 2. Over a long period, the average temperature on an island is 24.5 degrees Celsius and the variance is 2 degrees Celsius. Okay, using the conversion F equals to 1.8 capital C plus 32. So where F is the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit and C is the temperature in degrees Celsius. Find the average temperature and standard deviations in temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. So what do we want? We are trying to find E of F and find variance of F. Then we will be able to find the standard deviations of F. Okay, information given, the E of C, right? The average temperature for the island in degrees Celsius given as 24.5 degrees Celsius. And the variance of temperature in degrees Celsius given as 2. Okay, so using the formula I mentioned before, then this is how we calculate the mean of F. So which is mean of 1.8 C plus 32. Okay, so which means 1.8, the constant, can put aside, times with E of C, then plus the constant. Correct? And the mean of C is given 24.5, then plus 32. So use calculator, then we find out the mean of F is 76.1, right, in degrees Fahrenheit. So that is the average temperature, right, for the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. Then we try to find out the variance. So you need to see that we are not able to find standard deviations directly. Okay, so using the formula of the variance, it will be like this. 1.8 C plus 32. So refer to the formula we had. The constant must be squared. Then the variance of C. And the plus 32 constant can be ignored. And we can sub in the value, variance of C, given as 2. Then we can use calculator. Found the variance is 6.48. All right. But since the question is looking for standard deviations, So for the temperature in Fahrenheit, then we square root the variance. That is how you get the standard deviations. So which is 2.5456. So if we keep to 3 significant, 2.55. All right. We found the average temperature in degrees Fahrenheit as well as the standard deviations. Right. For this example, using the conversions formula given here. Okay. Now we have a look of a past year questions. Okay, this is the questions from May, June 2005. Right, the time is called paper 7 and question 1. So exam marks, the variable x have mean 70 and standard deviation 8.7. So which means E of x equals to 70. All right, standard deviations of x equals to 8.7. So we have to use the variance. That's why to get the variance of x means I need to square 8.7. All right. So these are the informations given so far. Okay, the marks need to be scaled using the formula. Okay, the formula is given y equals to ax plus b. So that the scale marks, the y, have mean 55 and standard deviation 6.96. So you are requested to find the values of A and B. Now we have the informations of the mean of Y as well. So which is 55. And then the standard deviations of Y given 6.96. Again, we need to get the variance of Y. So that's why 6.96 square. Okay, never mind. All right. So using the formula of y equals to ax plus b. So which means if I'm going to find the mean of y, it will be written as the mean of ax plus b. Right. And right, one more time. So the constant can be written aside. Then e of x plus b. So do we have the mean of y given? Yes, 55. So we can sub in. And do we have the mean of x given? Yes, 70. Right? So at this point, we managed to get an equations. But we have two unknowns, a and b, so we cannot do anything yet. So I label it as equation 1. Then I'm going to use the variance of y. Right, so variance of y. So based on the formula we discussed, the constant a will be taken out and squared, then followed by the variance of x. Now, the variance of y should be this value, 6.96 squared, right? Followed by equals to a squared, and the variance of x is 8.7 squared. Okay. All right. So from here, we will be able to figure out the values of a. So we just solve the equations. Right? After we calculate, we get the value to be 0.64. And hence, the value of A, we will square root it and square root it 0.8. Okay, so since the value of A found from the first equation I labeled just now, we can find out the value of B. Sub in the value of A as 0.8. Hence, the value of B is a -1. All right. So we have answered the questions, found the values of A and B, where A is 0.8 and B as -1. Simply use the mean and variance formula. Okay, like this, and the variance like this. All right. So that's all for these lessons. We'll see you in the next lessons. Do subscribe to the channel and like the video. That's all. Bye-bye.
That's all for today's video. If you're interested in more genuine sharing by other geniuses, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to turn on the notification bell, ding dong. Also, if you're struggling with one or two past year questions and the mark scheme just doesn't seem to help, Genie has got you covered. Feel free to let us know what question it is by filling in the Google form linked in the description below. GenieUs Hub will get genius teachers to fulfill your request for the solution. Genie will see you next time. Bye-bye.